Well, India featured at the Kuala Lumpur summit, and Malaysian Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad on more than one occasion criticized India on the new citizenship amendment law. The first comment came yesterday when Mahathir said people were dying due to the new law. He also questioned its necessity more than 70 years after India's independence and partition. India was quick to respond to the charges. The Foreign Ministry said that Mahathir's comments are factually inaccurate and that the law was an internal matter to India. India reiterated that the law does not affect its citizens and asked the Malaysian Prime Minister to refrain from commenting on such issues. But it wasn't long before Mahathir was at it again. At a concluding press conference of the summit, the Prime Minister raised the issue once again.
We also see what is happening in India. It is very unfortunate because India is a secular state. From the very beginning, the religions of the people did not prevent them from becoming citizens. They have been citizens all this while. But to exclude Muslims from becoming citizens, even by due process, I think is unfair.
But the Prime Minister may very well be alone in his position. Mahathir's own alliance partner, P. Ramaswamy, has criticized him. Ramaswamy said the Prime Minister may not have understood the purpose of the new law. He called Mahathir's position or statement an overreaction. It's also interesting to note that the Malaysian Prime Minister did not feel the same when it came to the Uyghur Muslims. When he was asked about the detention camps in Xinjiang in China, Mahathir said he was aware of the reports, but that was it. There was no condemnation or outrage against China. And well, the Kuala Lumpur summit is making headlines for all the wrong reasons, and the latest one, of course, being upset over the Malaysian Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad is India. The comments made by him over the contentious law, as we just said, aren't going down well with the Foreign Ministry. The government sources tell WION that the Ministry of External Affairs of India has summoned the Malaysian charge d'affaires in the wake of the anti-CAA comment made by the Malaysian Prime Minister. The Indian Foreign Ministry is in no mood to let the inappropriate comments made by the Prime Minister Mahathir go unanswered. This is being seen as a direct interference in India's internal matters by summoning the Malaysian envoy. India wants to lodge a protest. India is of the view that such remarks are neither in keeping with or accepting diplomatic practice of non-interference in each other's internal affairs, nor with the state of Indo-Malaysian bilateral relations. India has conveyed to Malaysia that such remarks are both ill-informed and insensitive. The move by the Indian Foreign Ministry can be seen as a strong message to Malaysia. Siddhant Sibal is now joining us live on the phone line for the latest on this. So certainly after yesterday's reaction from the government, a more clear rebuke to Malaysia and also the summoning of its envoy to India.
Well, yes, very strong response by New Delhi against Malaysia. This is for the second time in last 24 hours that India has reacted strongly against the comments made by the Malaysian Prime Minister. Today, of course, we saw comments made by the Malaysian Prime Minister at that ending briefing after the Kuala Lumpur summit, in which he not only talked about Kashmir, but he also talked about citizenship amendment law. And this is something that urged New Delhi yesterday. In a strong response, New Delhi, in a statement, said that he has no right to comment on matters internal to India. And today, New Delhi, which is unprecedented in every sense, summoned the Malaysian charge d'affaires and told him clearly that Malaysia should take in consideration the long-term and strategic partnership between the two countries. This is a strong message by New Delhi. Clearly, New Delhi is saying that there can be action. We have seen over palm oil, there have been reported action. Of course, no government comments on the trade relationship, but we can expect stronger reaction because ever since earlier this year we saw over Kashmir, Malaysia started commenting. New Delhi hasn't been very happy with the stance taken by Kuala Lumpur, and the recent comments have only made a matter worse.
Right, absolutely, Tizan. Thanks very much indeed for joining us with the latest rebuke coming Malaysia's way from the Indian reaction, that is from the Foreign Ministry.